What's up, you guys? It's Sir Scrub here, bringing you some more Scrub Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my World Chalice Deck Profile for the August 2019 format. But before we get into today's video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you do want to see more creative deck profiles from me, please be sure to check out my Patreon or PayPal links, or shop from my TCG Player store, all in the description. With all that junk out of the way, let's go and jump both feet into today's video. So starting off these World Chalice Deck Profile, we've got 3 copies of Lee, the World Chalice Fairy. Lee is your Strato. She's what gets you to your resources, so she's a very necessary monster. She's also adorable, so that's another reason. Same thing with World Chalice Guard Dragon. He does so much for the deck. Guard Dragon is an extender. It happens to be a low-level dragon monster, so it meets all your Guard Dragon requirements. It's level 1, so it can be used for Link Karibo. But it also has a hand trap effect to protect your linked cards, or your linked monsters, excuse me, from destruction. So it can help protect your board even in the middle of your combos, because it can also use its effect from the hand or from the field. So it's also a really, really fantastic card. The best extender in the deck is without a doubt World Legacy's World Chalice. This card, when it was normal summoned or set, gives you 2 bodies once it leaves the field and goes to the graveyard, so you can use it for link material. It doesn't miss timing. Get your 2 extra bodies to just completely extend your plays and go that extra mile. The vanilla that we're running is, of course, chosen by the World Chalice. This deck does have an unfortunate need for vanilla monsters, but it's okay because we can abuse them pretty well. The World Chalice engine is really good at what it does. I played Chosen specifically because he's an E-Tele target, so there's that. For the support, of course, we're playing the Venus Shine Ball engine. Really fantastic engine, really helps you with your advantage. It does give you normal monsters instead of tokens, so you can use them for your link monsters. You can use them for tribute fodder, you can use them for all sorts of things, and worst case to worst, it gives you multiple bodies just to make Saryuja with. Moving on from there, I'm playing 3 copies of Danger Mothman, just to help me dig through my deck a little bit, get to my combo pieces. This deck is definitely a combo deck. You definitely want as much gas as possible just to dig through and get to exactly what you want. Huge shout out to my boy Casual Kiwi, Third World Yu-Gi-Oh! And Team Chaos Stream for suggesting this card to me. Really, really fantastic card. It served me well. Moving on from there, our Dragon Extenders. 1 copy of Crusadia Draco. It's just that extra dragon body just to help get you there a little bit. You don't see it as often, but it is there when it does come up. And then the 1 copy of Darkness Metal Dragon, which is necessary for our Guard Dragon plays. For the last bit of monsters and moving into the spells, I am playing the Kaiju engine, just the 1 copy of Gamma Seal and the 2 copies of Kyoto Waterfront. If you have a second hard copy of Waterfront, I would play it over the Terraforming. It's just I didn't have access to 2, so I'm just playing the 1 Terraforming because it's essentially the same purpose. But this is 2 negates by itself, so it's a really, really fantastic little engine, and you can summon it for free off of Saryuja, so there's that. Moving on, we have 3 copies of Transmodify. Lee Transmodify is the same thing as Venus Chalice, so it's just an extra little backup 2-card combo, just to make the deck a little more consistent. Next, we have 3 copies of Emergency Teleport, just to get that extra body on board, because we're only really summoning Chosen with this card, instead of the Shine Balls, because Venus summons the Shine Balls for us. Next, we have the 2 copies of Instant Fusion, just that, again, it's just a free extender and extra body on board just to help get you there. Same thing with World Legacy Succession and Monster Reborn. If you don't have to, these are particularly useful because they can help you extend past hand traps, whereas the Instant Fusion and the Unexpected Dies and such, not so much, but these can be used after like your LP gets Veilered or something to go into a Pisty to continue to wombo combo off anyway. In the same vein, you can also play Called by the Grave. I'm playing it as a one-of just because this card has gotten a little expensive. If you do have access to 2 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon, I would definitely suggest playing 2. But I like having the nice one of Called by the Grave because it's kind of there when you need it. Worst comes to worst, you can just set it. And then the 1 copy of Upstart Goblin to round out the main deck. And the 1 copy of World Legacy Sorrow. This is the counter trap. The Ib Synchro makes this searchable, and it also, this kind of acts as a second copy of Succession, because if you draw the counter trap, you can just search Succession, so they're kind of replaceable with one another, but it allows us to play through Dark Ruler no more. So a little bit of work looking ahead there. Moving on to the extra deck, we have the 1 copy of Saryuja Skuldred. This card is Wombo Combos, really fantastic card. It lets you fix your hand. It's an extender, really, really fantastic. 1 copy for the World Chalice Synchros, we have the 1 copy of Aram, the World Chalice Blade Master, and 2 copies of Mduck, the World Chalice Dragon. These are fantastic cards. Mduck sets up your World Legacy World Chalice to get its normal summon ability. Aram, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, can be used to help chain block to make sure your Saryuja goes through and set up your Guard Dragon plays. They're just all around good cards. I'm also playing the 1 copy of Lanphalinkus. If you do have the Lambda and Driver package, I would play Lambda here. I just didn't have access to it, so I'm playing Lanphalinkus instead. Moving on from those, we're moving into the dragons. The 1 copy of Hieratic Seal, the Heavenly Spears, just to help disrupt your opponent a little bit. The 1 copy of Flash Charge Dragon, it gets your guard dragons off the board, and it can also be used to disrupt your opponent. But more than that, it also has the upward facing arrows you need in order to make World Legacy Sorrow live, because all it requires is 2 co-linked monsters. Then we have our guard dragons, 1 copy of Agropane, 1 copy of LP, and 1 copy of Pisty. Pisty is a nice little extender just in case your LP gets ashed. There's ways you can just play through it like it never happened. So really good card. Everything's a really good card, but they just they help put out those extra disruptions. This is a Wombo combo deck, so we're playing things to Wombo combo. Same thing with Linkuriboh. I think this card is like synonymous with Wombo combos. Anytime you see Linkuribos, you know shenanigans are afoot. That's it for the Link monsters. Moving into the rest of the extra deck, we have the 1 copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This is the best generic target to just go for when going first. I have experimented around with actually side decking and playing around with some other guard dragon targets, and I would definitely suggest these if you wanted to play them. Hot Red is good for protecting you against evenly matched, whereas Hope Harbinger is really good against Sky Strikers and Salamangrates, even True Draco Subterrors, whereas Crystal Wing helps you most against hand traps and other combo decks. So just some food for thought. For the part that hurt me the most, though, was the 1 copy of Borlude Savage and the 1 copy of Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar. I know these cards have seen a very steep recent hike in price. However, our main deck is relatively cheap, so you should have a little bit extra to spare if you wanted to buy these outright. Otherwise, you can do like I did, and I took my trade binder up to my local card shop, and this would also support your local community. Let them kind of pick through my binder and try to get the store credit to be able to enable these cards, because these 2 cards really take the deck over the top. Ib is just a fantastic piece of support, and they just help take what you're capable of to the next level. I would definitely suggest trying to find a way to invest in them. And then finally, we have the 1 copy of Thousand Eyes Restrict as our instant fusion target. It just makes helps to make going second a little bit easier for this deck. Not so difficult. You can just suck up and or bait negations just at the cost of 1,000 life points. So I really like it. That's all I've got for this one, you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you do want to see more creative deck profiles from me, please be sure to check out my Patreon and PayPal links in the description, or look through my TCG Player store and see if there's anything that catches your eye. But most importantly, don't forget, be a scrub. Peace.